In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to get the best performance on PS5 with lower input lag and overall better responsiveness while gaming on your PlayStation 5 console. It turns out that more and more users are currently looking for ways to get the most performance from the PS5 and improve the overall user experience. So today I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to help, and hopefully you find at least a few of these tips useful. As always, make sure to leave a like rating and we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing that I think has made the biggest difference in user experience is having an up-to-date TV or monitor that supports HDMI 2.1 with features like VRR or 120Hz. And using a Ultra High Speed HDMI 2.1 cable is also recommended, especially if you're not going to be using the included cable that comes with the console. For example, I recently moved my gaming setup, and unfortunately the HDMI 2.1 cable that comes included with the PS5 will no longer reach my Sony X85J television. So I decided to opt for this official PlayStation Ultra HDMI cable that reaches up to 10 feet in length, which is much longer than the standard cable included with the console. For settings, go to your PS5's game default presets and change this to performance mode. Then go to your video output settings and make sure that ALLM is set to enable. I also recommend setting variable refresh rates to automatic and make sure that the 120Hz option is turned on. This is because more frames and high refresh rates generally means less input delay and overall better responsiveness. In fact, just using these settings alone will improve your PS5 performance instantly, assuming that your TV or monitor supports these features. But for those who currently do not have an up-to-date HDMI 2.1 compatible display, just setting your PS5's game default preset to performance and using the game mode option on your television should do the trick. It also goes without saying that you should always make sure that your PS5 is set to the native resolution of your current output device. And this is especially true for users who play on a gaming monitor with a native resolution of 1440p. In other words, just make sure your PS5's output resolution is set to automatic and you should be good to go. But among the most common issues when it comes to PS5 performance, controller input delay is often brought into the discussion. While the DualSense does tend to perform its best using a wireless connection, you can also try switching your controller communication method to wired if you do begin to notice inconsistencies with input lag. And depending on what game it is that you're playing, you can also try lowering your thumbstick's dead zone sensitivity, which can actually be a pretty useful trick to help combat any noticeable delay that you might experience with your DualSense. But that's it. It's literally that simple. If you followed this guide down to the very T, your PS5 should be fully optimized for best performance. Leave a like rating if you enjoyed, subscribe, and ring the bell for